Chapter 2. The Plan. The soul's plan for this lifetime. We may not remember, but we came with a clear plan of what we were meant to learn to evolve and love ourselves. The plan or soul contract, as it is commonly known, is the story of the soul's journey in this lifetime. The script contains all the actors, the scenes, the lessons, detours, and the rewards for a fulfilling life. We lost sight of it when we were small children and took on the stale beliefs and rigid plans, which excluded fun, dreams, joy, and limitless supply of all we need along the way. Not all journeys go terribly wrong, and we do play and dream, but we all experience challenges that can work for us or sabotage our lives. That's when we forget, and so the playing and dreaming fade amongst our daily struggles. The soul was hibernated, relegating it to a whisper, and locked in a cage we ourselves constructed. Out of fear it would stir the power of our uniqueness and remember who we truly are. In its place, the unconscious mind took leadership position and placed itself in the driver's seat. That isn't the problem. It is the seat of 90% of our potential. But it works with the memory stored, like computer files. As you can understand, unless it is rebooted to the default program, it causes havoc in any goal you set out to achieve. It is a precious archive, and it is the custodian of the blueprint of perfect health of the body. It runs the body perfectly. We hardly notice this as we are so busying ourselves. Let me tell you my own ha-ha moment. The realization that there was a deeper knowing and the soft whisper that would come up in moments when life around me, as I knew it at the time, was like going upstream. One step forward could be 10 backwards the moment after. Have you ever felt that? Like everyone else, I had experienced challenges in childhood. I can see the bigger picture now. However, I wasn't seeing it then. There is no judgment in my story, or even implied, because we are all actors in each other's stories, hired to carry out the lessons. I now look at it as one of those old movies. You know, the first pioneer movies in black and white. It makes a lot of sense that the actors in our lives were themselves learning or not, if that is their choice, but still on their own journey. I realized at some point that I had too many déjà vus to consider them just chance or being unlucky, but I had no idea how to change it. I felt that change wasn't possible and that I was that way for life. Wow, a life sentence in life. That wasn't resonating as true at all. It happened gradually, as it was all DIY at the time. I couldn't even fathom to talk to anyone. They all seemed fine on the outside. I was not fine on the inside. We all have our unique map of the world, and mine obviously was dictated by my experiences and how I had stored them, but mostly how I was interacting with and experiencing all of it in my environment. A child, from birth to 7 years of age, is like a sponge. It is in total trust of the adults in his or her life. Now imagine that the adults were themselves like the child, sponges, and had taken in and continued to what was available around them and the impact of their parents' beliefs. We're going back 3 generations. Children, parents, grandparents. Each generation with the beliefs of society, location and culture of their time to top it up. So, do you see the picture? It's important for change to happen, to become aware of this. Being a child of immigrants, it added extra memories to be stored and then absorbed in my own map of the world. I have dwelled in Shadowland long enough to see all these connections. It has allowed me to make peace with the past that were unbalanced. With patience and commitment, it is a journey well worth living. There are many aspects of ourselves we find along the way, and looking in the mirror is vital to remove all the masks and find the light being that resides within. But there is so much more. You may stumble many times as I did. I also picked myself up many times. At first, I only had the information I could understand. However, new pieces seemed to appear at the right moment. We are students, and the learning never ends. Affirmation to initiate change. I give myself permission to change and focus 100% on creating a better life. The seeds of the tree of life are carried by the wind to lands unknown and wait for the right time to blossom into magnificent trees. Life is like a tree. The seed is planted. It stays dormant till we nourish its growth, spiritual. It grows, evolves through all the challenges we face. It branches out to as many new beginnings we allow. The fruits are either plenty or few, according to how many we choose to taste and savour. As it grows, it grounds itself in love and happy lands. Its flowers produce new seeds, which reach many new hearts as they learn to share. It shades all lost souls with compassion. It is at one with Source and breathes new energy into the universe. It has no limits and takes you on a blissful reunion with all that is. Imagine that you have branches that can extend far into the universe and then extend beyond in all directions to infinite new universes till they reach a light so bright it lightens up all your branches to reach anyone and everyone. Now imagine that the roots of your tree reach the core of the planet Earth, and the light illuminates every crevice of the planet, healing all wounds and hearts as they connect with your light. Now let me tell you a secret. If this seems immense, you are far more and beyond that to infinity. Breathe your uniqueness into the universe. Affirmation for the light. I give myself permission to be embraced by the light and essence of my Source, expanding far and wide, free and sowing seeds in universes yet to be born. I am a being of light. Make good use of the seeds you have available to sow your garden. What you sow, you reap. Gardeners of the universe, we are the creators of our life. What we experience will ripple out into the world. Our power is such that we also create the world. Seeds of peace equals ripples of peace into the world. Seeds of love equals ripples of love into the world. We are the gardeners of the universe. We have a choice to be good gardeners or believe someone else will take care of our garden and watch as it withers. I enjoy gardening. It was awesome to see myself as the gardener of the universe. Basically, it became my mantra. The seeds, new thoughts, were being sown in the garden of the universe. It makes this work of change more stimulating, and a feeling of joy seeps in. Joy is our essence, the door to creation and abundance. Seeds, on the other hand, promise abundant and juicy crops to nourish our life. It's important to give our unconscious mind new thoughts and feelings to be stored in place of the yuck stuff that we are releasing. So why not make it fun? Let's relearn to play and feel joy in ways that resonate with us. When we do the work and sow good seeds, we then watch our garden grow crops we love, as opposed to crops we just are accepting because we allow other gardeners to sow the seeds. I love to imagine that we will reach a point when all the gardeners of the universe will understand the importance of sowing good seeds, thoughts, and our world becomes a place of peace and love for all human seeds. Our thoughts create our reality. Bottom line, love gives you what you focus on. The unconscious mind is a habit machine. It's a computer. It obeys instructions that equate to the thoughts we think and the emotions we feel when we think. Now, it really is simple, but I found out that it requires attention. The gardener is very careful when sowing the seeds. We, on the other hand, seem to be very sloppy when it comes to beliefs. We consider them unchangeable, and the more we interact with a thought, the more we create more of what we don't want. Personally, I was sabotaging the process by stressing about changing the thoughts in time, and it just kept me in the loop of not receiving the good stuff. The frustration I was experiencing vibrated outside the vortex. I was not aligning the energy to what I wanted. Is it important to pay attention? Yes, but by staying focused and not battering yourself about the thoughts you make, changing them so much quicker. Reframing. When you realize that you have sent out a thought that distances you from what you want, just reframe it. Here are a few examples. I'm not worthy of love versus I'm utterly lovable and worthy. Life is not on my side versus opportunities come to me easily. Everyone is out to get me versus the whole world steps out to help me. I'm not lucky versus everything I touch turns to gold. These are just a few. You can make your own list. And the more you reframe, the easier it will be for the unconscious mind to change the old habit. Give it a go.